Before you pour a single dollar into your Barndominium dream, stop. Pull up a map because the one mistake that quickly destroys more builds than bad constructors, bad budgets, or bad designs is one most people never even think about until it's not too late. Flood zone, not the most exciting topic, not the one that gets pinned on mood boards or shared in Facebook groups, but the one that can turn your forever home into a financial nightmare and in some cases a total loss. Here's what nobody tells you upfront: flood zone designation is not just about whether your land floods. It determines your insurance costs. It determines what lenders will approve. It shapes your foundation requirements, your elevation certificates, your entire build strategy. Get this wrong, and you don't just lose money, you lose time, years of it. FEMA publishes flood maps for every country in the United States. These called flood insurance rate maps, FIRMS, and they divided land into zones. Zone X means minimal risk. Zones A and B, that's where the conversation gets serious. Zone AE means there's a 1% annual chance of flooding, what people call the 100-year flood. That sounds rare, it's not. It means over a 30-year mortgage, you have a 26% chance of experiencing it at least once. 26%, that's not a frugal risk, that's a coin flip you did not know you were making. Now here where it gets more complicated. FEMS maps are not always current. Some were last updated decades ago. Development changes, drainage partners, climate partners, shift water behavior. A parcel that sits in zone X today may behave like a flood zone in a heavy storm because the map has not caught up to reality. So what do? You don't just check the map, you talk to the county. You talk to neighbors who have lived there through storms. You hire a surveyor who understands local drainage. You ask the question that the map cannot answer. If your land is in a high risk zone, that does not automatically mean you walk away. It means you build differently. Elevated foundation, proper grading, strategic placement of the structure on the lot. Some of the most resilient barndominium ever built sit in challenging terrain because their owners planned for it instead of ignoring it. The cost to get this right up front, a few $100 for professional consolation and elevation certificate runs between $300 and $800 on average. The cost of ignoring it, flood insurance in high risk zones, can run floor 5 even then $1,000 a year. And if you are insured when the water comes, you observe that lost entirely alone. Now, I want to say something directly to you. Some of you watching this will notice the visuals in this video are AI generated, and maybe that gives you pause. Maybe you are wondering what the research behind what you are hearing is just as artificial. I understand that instinct, but consider this: the information in this video is sourced, real, and vetted. The flood zone system described here is publicly documented by FEMA. The cost cited are real averages. The risk math is accurate. What the images look like has no bearing on whether the facts are true. Don't let Aesthetics override judgment. That actually the same lesson as this entire video. Look past the surface, do the real work, because whether is not evaluating AI visual or evaluating a piece of land, the mistake is always the same, making a major decision based on how something looks instead of what it actually is. Check the flood maps before the permits, before the contract, before the dream becomes a plan, because a bardominium built on the wrong ground, it is not a home, it's a liability waiting to happen.